When we are in fear, it can be really hard to come back into the present moment and tend to what is right before us. And there are some really simple rituals that we can engage in that can shift our state quickly. And in this video, that's what we're going to drop into. Allow your heart to listen. Welcome, I'm Nid, a soul guide. I support people through the transformation of awakening, of discovering how much more love and blessings there are in our life and in our world. And in this series, we've been looking at facing fears, and in particular, those fears that come with awakening, which actually are welcoming more love into our lives, welcoming more goodness and blessings. But with that, there can be the fears that come up that are trying to hold on, to stay present, to stay keeping us still in the same place in the body. And when that grip of fear comes up, it can be really easy to fall back into those patterns of survival. And that's understandable. Our world is very built to support a sense of survival, that you will not be whole if you don't buy that thing, that you will not be happy if you don't take that training, that you will not be successful if you don't get that certification, and so forth. And I said that there are simple rituals that we can do that can move us from that place of fear into a place of stillness and centeredness, so your intuition can guide you to the next step that will also provide a very rational way through the journey that is unfolding for you. Recently, I had a client who had severe pain and was very unwell with panic attacks and inability to recatch their breath. And this is where saying to someone, catch your breath, doesn't work. Because when we're in that high elevated state, you can't catch your breath. That's exactly the thing that can generate more fear. The simple invitation is a prayer. This prayer is to clear and reclaim your energy. I demand that anything that is not in my highest good, that is not mine and no longer serves me, be removed from my energy field here and now in all dimensions throughout all times and variations and realities of space. You can adjust that wording, make it shorter, add on if you want to make it longer. But effectively, clear and demand anything that is not yours be removed from your field. Step number 1. Step 2 of this ritual, I call back all parts of myself that have gone elsewhere, that have abandoned, felt rejected, are fearful. Whatever it is that is time to return, to come back, I call you back, and I am willing to welcome you, to let you be a part of my wholeness. I call you back to this here and now moment, from all dimensions and realities, to this here moment, now. Again, adjust the words, shorten, make it a little bit more you, but effectively, part 2 is recalling yourself back, all of yourself back to this present moment. Step 3, I am fully present here now. I am grounded and anchored with support from the earth, from my guides, whatever it is I'd like to acknowledge that grounds and supports me and anchors me with deep stability to my inner compass, that which always knows how to direct me and guide me. And I will relax and trust into waiting to receive that support or guidance. I give up believing that I need to know, have an answer, or take an active step through this. I surrender that something much higher knows the next step, and that it will arrive with clarity and ease so that I know what that is when it is the perfect time. So in this step 3, we're calling ourselves to the present moment and ensuring that we're clear to surrender to the right time and the right information arriving just when we need it. The danger with jumping straight into seeking for an outcome right in this here moment, that we're looking for a fixed way in which to move forwards, is that we can actually miss the real guidance that is available to us. And it's a little like the metaphor and story of the man who is drowning in the river, and he says that God will save him. And then a man comes by and offers him a stick and says, "Do you want my stick to come out of the water?" And the man says, "No, God's going to save me." So the man moves on. The next person comes by with a boat. "Do you want to jump into my boat?" "Oh no, God's going to save me." And then the boat goes on. The man drowns. When he gets to the gates, St. Peter says to him, "Why are you here? What's happened? What's your story?" And he says, "Well, I don't understand. God was going to save me, but I'm here. I should have been saved by God." And St. Peter says, "Well, what about the man with the stick? The man with the boat? You rejected them both." And those were those moments of him being saved. But we don't always see it when we're looking for a certain outcome. And so by asking yourself to be fully present and that you are trusting and willing to receive that next step and that guidance exactly when you're ready, and that you will relax into that, it helps us open up to higher possibilities of different outcomes that can help us move forwards and away from fear. This simple 3-part ritual is amazing at reclaiming your power, at reclaiming your sense of presence, and opening you up to much greater blessings than you could imagine that can come forth from our fearful state, from the way in which we've behaved in the past, and keep moving forwards with coping strategies. You may want to change that 3-part step. You may amend the wording so that it supports you, and in different situations it may feel different. And it's a really helpful thing to practice this every day at the end of your day, if not between different situations and scenarios in life. A huge part of breaking the paradigm that we are surrounded by fear is to be able to look at things also through those eyes of beauty. So welcoming that as you look around you, you're seeking to see the beauty or the love that there is around in the world and in your life. My favorite example for this is turning the washing up that could seem like it's a chore into something that is quite a magical experience. So you might feel the temperature of the water and the way the water washes over the hands, how soothing and calming it is to feel water washing away the part of the day. And then there may be the soap and the suds and the way it bubbles, how cute and adorable, and it's different every time. It's magical the amount of varieties that there can be in how the bubbles may move and create themselves into new patterns around what it is that's being washed up. And then as you rinse away and feel the difference in what it is that's gone from dirty to clean, look at the transformation that's happened as this purification process has unfolded. And then you can look and inspect that clean piece. What a beautiful piece it is when it has been cared for, when it has that loving touch. And that is how we can bring more beauty even into the most mundane things. And as you bring more beauty into even the most mundane moments, it will start to shift the state of fear as you consciously bring that beauty, that love into ordinary moments. And with these shifts in awareness of how you can hold yourself centered and in that beauty and love, you may find that over time, those fears start to seem a little easier to address, a little bit more beautiful to engage with, and a little bit more play and lightness can come into your life. Thank you for joining. Have a wonderful day.